Okay, sorry about that delay, peoples. One of the things I do have to say is that kind acts moving forward are never unseen. I've got a new person helping me out, and I got little snacky guacamole things. And also when I was at my church on the weekend, someone came up to me and gave me another flower. So whenever you think that your kind acts aren't seen, they're seen by the universe. And they do come back to you. So I think Sinful's next. Yes. Charlie, welcome in. But kind acts do come back to you. So never think they're unseen. Yeah, it does make the world a better place, Ghostling. Typo, definitely not. I think the queue's full though. Let me put the queue up. You're more than welcome to hang around. The queue is full. We have Sinful first up. But yes, there's many faiths over the years that have had, like I can probably even go back to ancient Egypt, where there was always a god, a goddess, you know, Roman, Greek. There was a god or goddess of simple, small acts. And it even filtered into, I can comment on Catholicism because I was raised Catholic. It filtered into Catholicism. There is actually a saint dedicated to the acts of small things. And yes, it's one of the St. Marys. Don't ask me which one. That's pushing it a bit. Thank you for doing the mod stuff, Scorpio. Appreciate it so much. Now, Sinful, it is your turn. And I think I've lost a few in the queue. So, and I do know Sinful doesn't usually disappear without warning. So Sinful may be away from keyboard. There you are, Sinful. Okay. I'm getting like, I know there's a resurgence of Harry Potter stuff, but I'm getting Harry Potter vibes. Can you understand why I'd get Harry? Never seen it. Well, you may get caught up in the resurgence. It's like wishing something into being with innocence. And I feel this is a person. It's like wishing they'd come out of their shell. No, it's not that Sinful's a wizard. Look, a lot of people haven't seen it because J.K. Rowling is sort of red pill territory. So people did turn off the magic that was in Harry Potter because of the red pill symbology or something, or attitude of the writer. But I feel Sinful, I feel as if you're connected with red pill very old school. A man is a man, a woman is a woman. Old school. Redneck. If I said it that way, Typo Queen, would you know what it is if I said redneck? But Sinful, this is your read. And I'm picking up as if you're wanting to change someone. As if someone is very quiet. Someone is very... too laid back is what I'm picking up. Yeah, you want to shake things up. Don't you love it when you get Yeah, Hangman. You're wanting to shake things up. Can you understand a feeling of not being seen? Thank you, Ghostling. Didn't want to spend too much time on it because I don't want to bring that energy in. Not as recently. Okay, I'm going to keep going because I feel as if if it's not current tense, it's past tense. You shook something up because you felt unseen. You're still holding on to some of that wounding is why it's coming up. You're still expecting it to go backwards. There you go. Four of Swords. You're still holding on to some of that wounding. You wish there was more conversation so you knew where you stood. Yeah. It's like passion is missing. And I want to tell you, some people just aren't passionate. I am, but some people aren't. It's like whoever you're dealing with, when they say, oh, okay, you don't know whether they're excited about it. You don't know whether they're just going along. You don't know whether they're... Yeah. It's like it creates confusion. Three of Cups. Confusion and boredom. Queen of Swords. Please don't do an off with their head thing. I think you're at that point where you may. I want to say if the behaviour reverts too much to going with the flow, you may come out with Queen of Swords off with their heads. Ace of Swords. Okay, you've got the Nine of Cups. There's obviously a great deal of affection with this person. But at times you feel like you're carrying everything. And they're just la-di-da-di-da through life. That's what happens when you're passionate. It's like you can't remove passion, but when someone that you're dealing with has none, it can be confusing. And you can feel like you're carrying everything. I need to go back to something John Gray said. If you don't know John Gray, think of men are from Mars, women are from Venus. So I'm going back. Oh, let me look at the year. Oh, good gracious, Karen, you're going back 35 years. I'm actually going back 35 years for when that book was released. But John Gray actually said when you appreciate what somebody does and let them know, you get more of it. So instead of trying to do off with their head type thing, maybe verbalize your appreciation of something positive. Because I've got this really set in the ways energy. And I don't know whether that's you or whether that's the person you're dealing with. I feel you're a bit more flexible. It could be you. Okay. Yeah, going back. Who's the person that has more of a rural connection? I know I'm dealing with a duality here, but the person that has more of a rural upbringing. Yeah, that's the word. It means outside of the suburbs, not city. More like a farming background. That's usually what rural entails. You don't know. That's okay. Have a think about it. Because I feel as if whoever this is also has very close ancestors that aren't from the same country. Let's see. The Sun. It's going to work out. Ace of Pentacles. The Star. How is that? It is going to work out. I do feel as if there may have been a recent discussion about the money being saved, as in surely we can splurge a little. There you go. I feel that's a discussion, and that's whoever this energy is that's very methodical. They also look out for what's necessary and what's unnecessary. They're very matter of fact in that area. And just know, anyone, seriously, go through a wardrobe and add up in dollar value what you no longer use. Trust me. It has actually got me to a better point. Going through a cupboard and adding up the value of what's no longer used. And you do start to see the other person's point of view. So I feel as if you'll start seeing the other person's point of view. But those 3 cards at the end, it's going to work out beautifully. It's just a little bit of a rough patch. And hopefully that resonates for you, Sinful. Okie dokie. Now, okay, Scorpio, you are up next. And you'll have to forgive me because my guide was in 2 minds about which deck. There you go, Tybo. You joined the queue. Okay. I feel as if, that's okay. I recognise that. Heartache at the bottom of the deck. You're fearing heartache coming through again. And I'm guilty of sitting on my phone in other people's streams. And I want to say you've already protected yourself against heartache coming through again. It's like I've already put measures in place for that. I do feel as if you are actually socializing more in real life, not online, in real life. Okay. Can you understand if I was to say the walking away was the hardest? Just let me know if that resonates, Scorpio. There you go. Knight of Cups, there's incoming, and you're thinking it's going to be toxic. You know it's not, though. You know when it is and you know when it isn't. Yeah, it's like, yeah, prove it to me. Can you understand sitting in that attitude, Scorpio? Prove it to me. Yep. There's success here if... Yeah. I feel as if there is group success here. You've got people who are watching your back as you're socializing. Yeah. If it's not watching your back while you're socializing, it's someone you tell everything to as soon as you've finished socializing. I do feel as if there is, you said you're socializing a little with family. I feel as if there's a family member who is giving you advice from their perspective and they're in an unhappy situation. Okay, can you understand a family member in an unhappy situation. There you are. I feel as if they're pushing you to do something. It's because they want to live vicariously through you. There you are. I do feel as if they're you said she, so I'll use that pronoun. That she is wanting to piggyback on your happiness to get through whatever it is she's going through. I do feel as if she may be under financial control, whereas you're financially free. And I know she is the breadwinner. Okay. Yeah, there's financial control of some description. It wasn't the partner that went out and bought a new car. There you are. That's financial control. There is such a thing as, and again, I'm going back 30 odd years, when the term was coined, and it's called checkbook tyranny. And it was coined by an American who became an Aussie, who went back to America, whose son is a musician. Look, yes, they were Aussie. And it's when the finances are one-sided without discussion. But I do see you having a better sixth sense within yourself as you're out socializing. I'm curious to see what's on the bottom of the deck now. Stability. Stability is on the bottom of the deck. So that's what I see you seeking, Scorpio. Is stable, drama-free. And I've got the success card coming through. I feel as if you're going to do it. It is nice. You're just going to have to give me feedback of how I did when it comes about. But as I said, you've got the Six of Wands on the bottom. You've also got the Knight of Cups. Essentially, in the cards, it is a love offer. But I get you being skeptical. And it's okay to be skeptical. The more curious we are, the better success we have. Hey, Horse-Drawn Portrait, welcome in. Scorpio, I have Vintage Wisdom, Sign of the Times, Law of Positivism, Magic of Unicorns, Energy and Spirit, or 13th Oracle. Your choice. And this is a specs day, so This is a Karen needs to wear her specs day. Sign of the times. Okay. Yeah. Maybe if I had got a little bit more sleep last night, I would have been able to read without specs, but it is what it is. You guys will find out when you get to my age. Didn't your parents ever tell you that? You'll find out whenever you get to my age. But seriously, hello Melody. Welcome in. The last time I got together with some family members, two of my nephews and my niece said I was the coolest old person they'd ever met. And it's like, I don't know whether to take it as a compliment or an insult. You tell me, should I take it as a compliment or an insult? Mind you, one's just turned 18, the other's 20, and the other's 24. It's a great compliment. Thank you, Horse Drawn Portrait and Scorpio. And Melody, always a compliment. Okay, I'll take it as a compliment. At the time, I just wasn't sure. But I do have the coolest nieces and nephews. I really do. Oh no, 18. An 18-year-old, a 20-year-old, and a 24-year-old. So, they're actually very physically active and they've hurt themselves playing sport. So they know ouches. They know what an ouch feels like. But, yeah, I suppose that's right, Horse Drawn Portrait. They're too young to know what it feels like to hear it that way. And Charmy is back. Welcome into the chat for the first time, Charmy. Okay. Now, okay. Here we go. Okay, Scorpio. That was a long shuffle and a bit of a chat, but we're getting there. You're more than welcome, Charmy. And welcome in. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Okay, my guide said that one. Okay, heart, love. Scorpio, what did I say? What did I say? It was going to be successful. Okay. Specs go on. See, it's only for the fine print. I stand by that reading, actually. Hearts are universal symbols of love, and the heart balloon is a representation of this high vibrational energy floating up, up, up. This is that feeling of being so filled with love that you float away into your own little world. This card can signify that your love is entering that new love is entering your life, or you are in a current state of bliss. You are floating on cloud 9 and it's a beautiful thing. The reds and pinks also introduce elements of romance, passion, and flirtation. Although it often represents romantic love, a heart can symbolize platonic and familial relationships becoming stronger. And don't forget about self-love. It can also be heightened at this time. The beautiful thing about this card is the freeing feeling that comes with being open to love and allowing it to guide you upwards. A new love interest, mutual attraction, relationship bliss. I'm not going to read anymore because I said it in your read, Scorpio. Oh, well, that's the definition of old, needing the glasses and then can't find the case. Oh, dear. Someone put a bullet in my head. But I do feel that even though you're skeptical, the energy is still there, Scorpio. So thank you. Okay. It was for Scorpio. I have to go back. Yes, it was for Scorpio. I'm getting all skewy-feet in the brain. Hold your fingers. I'm moving slow today. Ghostling. Okay. Yeah, Lordy. I'd be in the same attitude to Scorpio. Hey, Janine, welcome in. Sorry, I got bombarded. It was like a flash mob trying to join the queue. Lucia, hello. How is your return to streaming going, Lucia? Okay, yeah, there was 2 into when all spots were taken. So that is a freak thing. That's a freak thing. Okay. You did a guided meditation a few days ago. I've done those, but I feel some people turn off because all they want's the readings. But yeah, I might try one again soon. Okay, Ghostling. I feel as if you're battling to get to know somebody. Yes, and I'm surprised it's got I'm surprised it let 2 in at once. It must have been a time thing because there's a maximum of 5. So I've never seen that happen before. So congratulations. So Ghostling, can you understand battling to get someone to understand you? Like I'm trying to do right now. Just a yes or a no, Ghostling. Sorry, it's been a while since Ghostling's been here. We need to re-educate. Okay. I feel as if you're being a little bit too direct, Ghostling. Yeah. The Hierophant. I feel as if there's an urgency on your part. There's an urgency on your part. You see this person as being made for you or made to be in your energy. And yes, I do know you can't even remember the last time. It was probably about a year ago, I think. But it's like you can see it because you've had that rest. I feel the person that you're dealing with has been bombarded with a lot of yuck. Suspicious username, welcome in. Queue is all full. It's actually got 6 in it, believe it or not. So Ghostling, the person that you're trying to get on your page, I feel as if they're bombarded. As in their time is well and truly used to the second. And I do know for people on mobiles, there is a little bit of a delay. But if you do get thrown to an ad, please type in ad in the chat box. Sorry, that is something going on that's shaking the whole house. Don't have control over it. No ads. Can you understand the person you're trying to get on your page has a lot of things going on? And I'm sorry, the house is shaking, but there's building works going on close by. Sorry, I just have to speak for 1 second, guys, but you can understand that, Ghostling. It can be a truck going down the road and the house moves. So if you can let Muslima know I'm not kidding, you've actually been here while it's been happening.
That's eerie. Okay.
And yeah, the whole floor moves. It's ridiculous. Sorry, guys, I was just letting people know. My house is actually moving, and it usually does it when I'm here by myself, as is the way all the time. Have you guys ever gone through it where you tell someone something and it only ever happens when you're by yourself? And it's like nobody believes you, and yet it's still happening. Thank you, Melody. I actually had to talk to somebody while there was someone here that felt it. The whole house just vibrates and and yay, there was someone here while it happened. So, Ghostling, you can understand that. I feel as if your intuition is right. I want to say your intuition is right. And BMF, welcome in. Your intuition is right, but you may have to go a bit slower with this other person. Yeah, you need to move like the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. Guide them through. Because I feel there is a real... I get more of a love connection going on here, Ghostling. It has been a while, and I haven't been called Chica for a long time. So thank you for that, BMF. Thank you, Spiritual Princess. I didn't even see you come in, Spiritual Princess, so welcome in. Yeah, I feel, Ghostling, you need to go slow and steady. I feel the person you're dealing with may have had it's almost like they're a little bit scared. So you may Page of Swords though. Okay. Come on. Split the deck. Okay. My guide said split the deck. Yeah, they're a little bit scared. It's sort of like the person you're dealing with can't believe that it's true. So they're pulling their energy back a bit. You're going to have to move a little bit slow. And that's your read, Ghostling, and hopefully it resonates. Oh, BMF, what a job working on the river as a deckhand. I can remember doing that when I was younger. Okay, which oracle would you like, Ghostling? Vintage Wisdom, Sign of the Times, Law of Positivism, Magic of Unicorns, Energy and Spirit, or 13th Oracle. I'm glad it made sense, Ghostling, but you still got your oracle. So you got to choose which one. Vintage Wisdom, my 27 centimetre deck. Ah. Me, I wasn't born on a bayou. I live in Australia. We got barges that need tying up. We got people that work as deckhands all the way around the coast. We're a country that's surrounded by water. And there's rivers and tributaries and everything in between. Okay, now, I thought it felt funny. There you go. It was only 4 cards, but I thought it felt funny. It is the largest. No, I have to lie. It's not the largest. This one doesn't even come out. Okay, there you go. Vintage Wisdom is 27 centimetres. This one doesn't come out except for me. And I do have the shuffle size cards, but they're not as beautiful, so I just use them and am grateful that my hands are quite large. Okay. I think it might come up with something like kindred spirits or meant to be. There is a love card in here too, Ghostling, so see, I've still got my old deck, Lucia. I've still got my 45-year-old deck. And yes, I was 13 when I got it. So, okay. Wisdom. Now I understand why this card come out. Ghostling. Sorry, I'm just reading Lucia's comment. It's lucky Yvette believes you. Wisdom. The last rays of the setting sun fall upon this portrayal of mythic Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom, and her wise protector, the little owl, Athene Noctua. There you go. You learn something new every day. As stealthy night hunters, owls are revered as powerful totems. They have the ability to see things others miss. Coupled with an acute sense of instinct, in ancient Greek mythology, Athena was said to have a blind side on which the owl would sit, enabling her to see the whole truth. She wears a rose symbolic of love and marriage between love and truth. After all, without love, there can be no wisdom. Oh, I'm liking this card for you, Ghostling. By drawing this card, you are invited to contemplate the far-ranging consequences of important decisions. Athena calls you to reflect upon valuable insights gained from your life experience and to decipher truth from half-truth. Wisdom is earned through the human experience of trial and error. And by trusting your inner voice over the voice of others, the willingness to learn from experience and be objective about the mistakes of the past reveals the mighty value of wisdom. A clever mind can be an asset or an enemy, but is by no means a measure of wisdom or spiritual intelligence. There is a world of difference between the two. In the words of Sandra Carey, never mistake knowledge for wisdom. One helps you to make a living, the other helps you to make a life. I like that saying. If you find yourself in a predicament, Athena reminds you to use wisdom to quiet the mind and shine a light on that which needs to be seen. And I feel, Ghostling, that actually gives you some direction on how to move quietly. It's like our wisdom and life experience teaches us that some people need a gentler interaction than others. And I feel that's what you're dealing with at the moment. You're dealing with someone that needs that trial and error rather than running on instinct. You're welcome, Ghostling, and welcome back into the chaos. So hopefully you'll pop back in and let us know how it goes. Okie dokie. Now the next time I do the next, there won't be a space because there are 6 in the queue because 2 people jumped in at the exact same millisecond. Just letting everybody know in case they get confused like I might. There we go. Blue Moss Dragonette. Moss Dragonette. Okay. Can you understand a little bit of a panic, lovely? I'm doing okay. The house finally shook while there was someone here to witness it. Like you guys have been. But sometimes I need a real human. Yeah, a little bit of a panic. And I feel it is just that time. We've got to consider Mercury retrograde. I feel as if the panic was triggered by a past situation. Yeah, and feeling left out. So Blue Moss Dragonette, hopefully that resonates with you. Ace of Cups. There is, seriously, Blue Moss Dragonette, you got to look at this card. There is nothing in your current situation that warrants the... yeah. Can you understand feeling rushed? Feeling rushed triggered this off. And it was being rushed on a difference of opinion. They're back to back. I feel it's not only you that's rushed, it's the person you're dealing with is rushed as well. I get a double-edged rushed. And it's made communication very direct. It also seems as if there's a lot of time apart. Yeah, and I started off this stream talking about Chiron, the Chiron asteroid, and what's that other celestial body that's going on? It was looking at personal responsibility, and this being a 9-year and next year being a 1 year, it's sort of like we're clearing the way for a fresh start. And I feel, Blue Moss Dragonette, that's what you're experiencing. You're fearing a tower, though. Stop fearing a tower. Yeah. And it will be a clean slate, and it'll be a breath of fresh air. It feels like I'm getting minty oxygen. And seriously, you guys know I'm a smoker, so minty oxygen is something that I'm not likely to smell. Stop fearing the tower. My guide said split the deck, and I got the 2 of Cups. BMF, you're right there. A tower is my awesome. I went to school with somebody that had a surname of Tower. You're smoking a mint vape at the moment, Spiritual Princess. Seriously. I'm not necessarily saying take a chill pill, because when two people blend, they find a way of pineapple vape. Okay, we're getting all the vape flavors now. A friend of mine gave me a coffee vape and said, try this. And I'm like, do not merge my two addictions. It'll never come out of my mouth. But Blue Moss Dragonette, I feel this is the awkwardness before you get on the same page. Okay, I'm glad it makes sense to you, lovely. Okie dokie. Now, let's see. Okay, which oracle card would you like, Blue Moss Dragonette? 13th Oracle, Vintage Wisdom, Sign of the Times, Law of Positivism, Magic of Unicorns, Energy and Spirit. You get to choose which one. Sign of the Times. Okie dokie. Okay. Oh, and I got the weirdest thing happened. I was watching a poker thing on Twitch, and you might have seen it in my story. I clipped it, and all of a sudden I've got number one clip thing because it went off. It was sort of like, okay, yeah, they're repeats, mind you, so it gets boring after a while. And it's like I've got a number one clipper thing because it went viral. If only I could do that to my channel. It's like, in all seriousness, wouldn't it be awesome? Okay, come on. Okay. There we go. Motivation. Never give up. I feel as if this speaks to where you need to be, Blue Moss Dragonette. Yeah, it's the things you don't expect to take off that do take off, and it is weird how it works. But I feel as if you've got this motivational energy within yourself at the moment. Even though your skepticism and your fear of what happened in the past is entering too. Okay. Yes, this is need specs. Need specs to see. See, I have a Nike moment. I call it Nike moments because of I tell myself, just do it. Just do it. Come on, Karen, just do it. And pity anybody who listens in to me when I'm here by myself, because basically that's all they're going to hear. Okay. Look around and see how you can be motivated and inspired by the quotes and phrases that appear on walls, billboards, t-shirts, etc. Whether you are handed a bag that says "Have a nice day" on your way out of the grocery store, or see an inspirational quote reading "Never give up." Oh, Aero Rose, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Queue is full at the moment, but I'm getting there. And Aero Rose, hopefully your stream went well. How are you doing after your stream, Aero Rose? I'm doing okay. But welcome in, and thank you for bringing your wonderful raiders in. Welcome in, raiders. I'll just finish reading the oracle card for Blue Moss Dragonette. These words can motivate you at a time when you may not even realize you needed it. This card encourages you to incorporate affirmations into your life as a way of positive reinforcement. Be your own cheerleader. There you go, Blue Moss Dragonette. Do what I do. Be your own cheerleader. It's time to overcome any conscious or subconscious blocks or doubts. If there is something you are trying to pursue, create affirmations that are aligned with those goals. Post quotes that speak to you online or on your refrigerator in the kitchen. That's my place to post things. Create a vision board. Believe in your ability to create the life you desire by speaking it into existence. Yeah, identify what motivates you, because it's different for everyone. What motivates one person may not necessarily motivate another. You just did a surprise tarot stream. Aero Rose, how did it go? It is wisdom, Blue Moss Dragonette. It's like you can create what you want. Sometimes it's a little harder than other times, but I'm glad it went well for you, Aero Rose. I've been doing this too long. I need to support other people doing it. So, getting too old. But you guys keep me young, so what can I say? It's all good. And hopefully you'll do another surprise tarot stream, Aero Rose. Oh, thank you. Oh, you've been in and out, but you didn't get a reading. Should I do a quick reading for Aero Rose for bringing in raiders? I'm waiting for my chat. They're all saying, I want my reading. Hermit's light. Yes, it's the star. The hermit always carries the star. So yes, Aero Rose, I feel as if you're craving to get out in the real world. Come on, Karen. phone. Thank you for saying that. I was just saying, my nieces and nephews, well, one of my nieces and two of my nephews called me the coolest old person they'd ever met. Oh. So, can you understand? I feel as if you live near a railway track or a tramway. BMF, that's a great way of looking at it. Just a yes, no here, Arrow Rose. It's how I roll. There you go. It's how I know I've tuned to your energy. I feel as if a family member is trying to drag you down. Yeah. You're wanting to get back to work so you can be more independent. A family member or someone you live with is trying to drag you down. He separated the soul. BMF, that's interesting. And if anyone can hear that rumbling, that is just my stomach. So Arrow Rose, just yes, no at this stage, because I read intuitively. There you go. It's literally what it means. Okay. I feel as if you're wanting to separate yourself from family. You're wanting to be independent, and that's what's driving you to get back to work. The nightmares, Arrow Rose, will settle. And I've got the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I feel as if the getting back to work is actually helping you. It's giving you a positive goal. Yet I feel your nightmares are contradicting that positive goal. So Arrow Rose, hopefully that's okay for your reading. And thank you for the raid. Okay, are you in the... I'm just going to put the list up. So we'll find out. No, Charlie's next. There you go, Arrow Rose. But I've had 40 odd years experience doing this, so I would expect to get it. Well, you're after Charlie, so I'm doing Charlie next. And Charlie is usually a quick sub because Charlie watches the VODs with closed captions. So if you can hang in there, Typo, we'll get there. Well, give me a follow, Arrow Rose, and we'll chit-chat. Charlie, you are up. Okay. No. Okay. My guide's been a bit difficult today. You got in, Janine. You got in. Hola, Charlie. I feel as if you're reading up on something. Already following. Oh, thank you, Arrow Rose. You're more than welcome to pop in and join in the chat. Because sometimes it can get boring with me just doing readings. And who knows, BMF taught me something that I never even thought of. So there you go. I've never heard it put that way. Not even Aleister Crowley says it. Oh, thank you, Charlie. ¿Cómo está? But I feel as if you're reading something, Charlie. You're reading up on how to do something. Jack Your Cork, welcome in. It's like an instruction manual that I'm seeing. Okay. Okay. It could even be a how-to in the love department, Charlie. As if you're watching videos on how to impress someone. Yeah. No. Then you're reading an instruction manual, The Sun. And I know you will go back and watch the VODs, Charlie, with closed captions. I do believe that you are looking at a how-to manual. Like how to build something manual. There's a rush energy, Charlie, that I'm picking up, as if I have to get things moving. And I feel as if you're doing I feel as if you're doing way too much. It's as if I'm taking action on every single aspect of life. And it's exhausting. I get that work-wise it's fine. I do know you have a delay, Charlie. As I was saying, I watch things on my phone and there's always a delay. But work-wise and income-wise, I feel everything is on track. There you go. You pick up hints all the time. Thank you, Jack Your Cork. But BMF was talking about the hermit and the hermit carrying the star in the lantern, being representative of the soul. The Five of Wands is always 5 people trying to build the star. So there you go. That's my little bit of info. And I do feel as if you're taking a little bit of a rest to get to the star. Yes, BMF. Didn't you know that? 40 years of doing this, I can... 40 plus years. 5 people arguing over how to build the star best. No, I just call it people. Now everybody's going to name bands that are like 5 of that argued and split up. But back to Charlie's read. I do feel as if there is an element of being exhausted. You are now 5. Yes, have a look at the card, BMF. I need to finish Charlie's read and then see if I can knock out another one before needing to take a walk. Charlie, there's definitely a need to slow things down a little bit. Yeah, I've looked at the elements. It's okay. Yeah, I knew what you meant. BMF, I knew what you meant. I understand the 5-pointed star is the pentagram, but yes, you do have to slow down, Charlie. You're trying to fit in too much here. And you're trying to please somebody that is holding on too tight to what they want. It's like a selfish energy. Jack York Hawk, the Spice Girls are sort of like, not when I was into that type of music. Controlling the magic. I don't control magic. I'm not going to allow that, BMF. I'm going to be a little bit biatchy there. But Charlie, you definitely have to slow things down. Okay, I need to get out of here. Yes, I know who the Spice Girls are. I just never listened to them. Just never listened to them. Yes, I didn't allow it, Scorpio. I was trying to actually delete the one. That's why I'm doing Charlie's read. And I feel as if Charlie is exhausted. No. Yes, You need to have a rest, Charlie. And hopefully that will resonate for you. And I do know you will go back and rewatch the VODs. And just for those who were watching the other comment, I can't delete it, but I stopped the worst of it. You can redeem an oracle, Charlie. That's no worries. Just click your little redeem button in the channel points. Okay, and we have 13th Oracle, Vintage Wisdom, Sign of the Times, Law of Positivism, Magic of Unicorns, Energy and Spirit. You get to choose which one, Charlie. Energy and Spirit. Okie dokie. Yeah, this was me packing up the cards the other day and I dropped one. Okay, and this is Sandra Ann Taylor does these oracle. Okie dokie. No, I don't redo my nails every week, Jackie or Cork. This is the same as last week. I do my own nails, by the way. They're real. They're not fake. But anyway, Charlie, let's see what comes out for you in this oracle. And okay. And Typo Queen, I am going to have to take a little bit of a walk. I need to cleanse my energy. So I can't help. I wish I could see it in the future and then I could, yeah, stop it. But I need to cleanse my energy. So if you can hang on another 5 minutes after this. Okay, here we go. Archangel Raguel. Oh dear. Where did it go? There it is. Justice, harmony, and solutions. I feel as if you need the harmony, Charlie. We'll just wait and see what Sandra Ann Taylor has to say about this card. And we'll see if that's correct. Do you think so, Jackie or Cork? It just shows you everybody's got different tastes. I don't think so. But that's me. Yes, like Chris Hemsworth, an Aussie. I know who it is, but nah, not my type. Keanu Reeves. Now that's my type. Anyway, Charlie, the card comes out. It heralds good news. Raguel is the angel of justice and harmony. He brings fairness and compassion to difficult situations and relationships. A personal or work conflict will be clearing up soon. Perhaps someone has been annoying or agitating to you. Even hurtful or hostile situations will be on the mend. Some difficulties may have been an undercurrent of your life for a long time, creating a deep sense of injustice in you. If so, now is the time to change things. Speak your truth and make reasonable and honouring requests. Your soul longs for you to heal your relationships with yourself and others, and Raguel is here to help. Whether it's your spouse, your boss, co-worker, or a friend, this card is telling you that you do have the power to heal the energy of the relationship. Raguel blesses your intention to live in true harmony. And the affirmation is, I deserve harmony in my life. I call on Raguel to help me bring greater peace to all my relationships. Typo, thank you, and you have a wonderful night too. So Charlie, I hope that resonates with you. And I do know that Charlie will rewatch the VOD with closed captions. And before I put the card away, thank you, Charlie. And hopefully you can rewatch the VOD with the closed captions. And Ragu, the pastors are nice. Landon History Buff, welcome in. And yes, Ragu pastors are nice, but that's digressing. I actually prefer vegetarian type pastas. That's just me. I know how to make Ragu, but that is just me. And I do actually have to take a break, and I would like to once again thank Typo Queen for understanding, even though it means they miss out on a read. Chad, welcome in. And I will be back as soon as I can. And I am back. Sorry for the delay. Self-care is important. But I had to cleanse my energy from what happened in the last couple of minutes of the last read. It was like weird. Did anybody else feel it? I hope not. I hope not, but I do know Typo has left. Melody. Okay. And there you go, Melody. You get me fresh from... No, Charlie had the read while there was weird stuff going on. No, I won't feel weird or charmy. It wasn't that. It was the aggro. Weird I can deal with. Aggro, it's not necessary. Life is aggro enough. But, yeah, weird I can deal with. Ah, you were getting confused. That's okay. Melody, it is you, and I feel... Okay, that's weird. I'm just doing what I'm told to do. It's weird. That's okay. I feel as though I need to turn the cards over because I'm getting lover energy, but I'm also getting... there we go. Toxic tower energy. Can you understand having to deal with someone who makes false claims? Oh, you poor thing. You knew not to trust and you still trusted and now you're paying the price. It's like, yeah, and you wear your heart on your sleeve too, so just know you deserve better. Better is eventually coming. But it's like now you're battling false accusations. Oops. Just have to turn my phone off. There we go. I need to turn over a few more cards, my guide said. That's the first time my guide has said cut the deck and deal the cards. It's... Okay. I feel as if there might be an overseas connection coming in. I feel this is someone who has only just recently, in the last 3 days, presented themselves. You've known them longer than that, but the energy is raw. Okay. The energy is raw. So if you're trying to figure out for the last 2 years, I feel as if you know who they are. And it's in the last 3 days. It's sort of like something the High Priestess is here. So a light bulb has gone off. For the last couple of months. It's like a light bulb went off. Now, I feel as if you are moving away from that energy. Yeah, as soon as someone gets caught, the claws come out. It's like trapping a feral cat. Now, a feral cat is a cat that has not been with its family. And I feel as if the thing stopping you from doing it straight away has to do with financial resources. You're realizing that you're having to walk away from something you believe financially supports you. I know it won't help you, Melody, because I've gone through it. I never call anyone out, but I've gone through it. 13 years. It intense. After a couple of months, I called it out, and 13 years have gone by. So hopefully you're able to step away. Mentally, you can build a brick wall. I feel as if you may have changed a few things and they still found out. This person wasn't also locked up. Please don't tell me they were. Melody, I had a friend who is very tech savvy explain to me that is highly improbable. He didn't say it was impossible, but he's a tech whiz. And if he told me it's highly improbable, I believe that. And I understand the feeling like you're going insane. Yes, I get what you mean. But it's as if they know you well enough to know or to predict your pattern. Try mentally building a brick wall. See a pile of bricks, mix up the mortar in your mind. In your mind, mix up the mortar and build the brick wall beside yourself. And just doing that can sometimes give you a sense of privacy. And I understand and I hear you about when you say you feel like you're going insane. If that feeling is overriding and impacts your life, please seek out an appropriate professional who you can discuss in depth with what's going on. But also know that you're not insane. I've felt that way in the past. To the point that, not this laptop, because of course you can see me, But in the past, I've actually covered the camera on my laptop. The camera and the microphone I've covered. Even though I knew how to turn it off digitally, I actually covered the camera and the microphone on a different laptop. So if it is that, don't feel like you're alone. Yeah. But I'm lucky now. I've got huge tech friends. And they tell me what's likely and what's unlikely. And see, that's what... Okay, in your mind's eye... No, don't do it the tech thing. In your mind's eye, if you think they're skilled at astral travelling, they still need to be connected to their silver cord. Imagine yourself cutting their silver cord. The reason Eleanor Roosevelt is one of my favourite first ladies then have it that you've cut theirs. That's it. Because once you cut their cord, it virtually makes them deceased. Eleanor Roosevelt said the only way that another person can have impact on you is if you permit it. And it's the same in the astral plane. Yes, they're skilled at astral travel. However, you still have to give them permission to get anywhere near your astral body. Your astral body is as protected as your physical. And keep repeating that. You have as much say-so over your astral field as what you do your physical field. So this person sounds like they're very skilled at getting you to think a certain way. They only have that power. And people can have power to instill fear. Some people are very skilled at it. And they can only instill fear if you permit it. So tell yourself, I'm no longer permitting this fear to be instilled into my auric field. And your auric field includes the astral as well as the physical. But please, if it's impacting your day-to-day life, as in going shopping, as in accessing services you might need, please seek out a professional that can listen to the entire story and help you through it. And they do exist. Trust me, Melody, they do exist. I have 13th Oracle, Vintage Wisdom, Sign of the Times, Law of Positivism, Magic of Unicorns, Energy and Spirit. You get to choose which one, Melody. Magic of Unicorns. Okay. Everybody has a personal unicorn according to Diana Cooper, who does these oracle decks. Everybody has a personal unicorn that is a protector. I actually call mine a protection guide. Diana Cooper calls them unicorns. So everybody has one and you can call on them at any time. But as I said, if it's interfering with it's obviously interfering with your sleep. But if it's interfering with your day-to-day activities, such as going shopping, seek out someone that you can tell the entire story to, who can guide you through a recovery process. Okay, so let's see what this oracle is going to. And if you're stuck about seeking help, most countries now have a spiritualist church. If not, the nearest hospital will have a chaplain. And the chaplain is skilled, they call it pastoral care. So each hospital is skilled in speaking on many different faiths. So if you're at a loss, just speak to the hospital chaplain. And you can walk in off the street and speak to the hospital chaplain. You don't need a referral. There we go. Create your vision. Do what makes your heart sing. You are being nudged forward. And I like the yellow brick road reference in this one. So, but the person you're dealing with can be 5,000 miles away. It doesn't matter if they're stalking or not. If it's impacting you, you can heal from the impact on you. So just reach out and know that every hospital worldwide has a hospital chaplain that you can speak to. Okay, 3. Create your vision. And yes, my specs need to go on. This card suggests you are ready to start another phase of your life. Before you take a step forward or possibly look for a new direction, your guidance is to open your heart and mind to all possibilities, which includes the possibility of you being able to sever this connection. This is important, so take some time to think about your future. What makes your heart sing? What gives you true satisfaction and fulfillment? Reflect on these questions before you commit to the next part of your journey. Ask your unicorn to touch your third eye with its horn of light to enable you to decide exactly where you are going and what you really want to create or accomplish. Consider or write down the attributes you require to bring about your dream. These may be charisma, determination, strength, inner peace, or any number of other qualities. As you focus on developing the positive energies you need, your unicorn will light them up in your aura. This will attract a cornucopia of good things to you. Your vibration and that of the planet are rising, and time is speeding up. So be prepared to accelerate towards your goal with the assistance of your gracious unicorn. Everything is unfolding in divine order. Sit quietly and invoke your beautiful unicorn. And the affirmation is, my unicorn leads me towards my dream. And I feel that's pretty true for most people. as I said, I call it my spirit guide. But Melody, I am being serious here. If it is impacting your life in terms of going shopping, cooking for yourself, getting enough rest, every every hospital worldwide has a chaplain. That chaplain is actually educated across multiple religions. It can also be called pastoral care. So please, even if financial resources are difficult, you can walk into any hospital and ask to speak to the hospital chaplain, and that hospital chaplain can help you, because you can actually tell that person confidentially your entire story. Whereas here in this stream, it's not as easy to get the entire story. Thank you, Charmy. Yes, I hope it gets better as well. But I actually do know about the hospitals, because it does not matter. Hospital chaplains are there to listen to you. Because health is more important than just the physical body. And I do know from personal experience that hospital chaplains cater to all faiths. They are actually educated in all faiths. So it doesn't matter if it's a fact that it's going to take an entire day. If you need the healing, a lot of people are unaware that it's available pretty much at every single hospital worldwide. And it's available for you to access. I say pretty much because there are still some hospitals that are whites only versus other natives, and I don't have to go too far from Australia to see where that's factual, but there will still be a hospital that you can go. Energetic healing should not take time. This is something that I had a discussion with on Sunday when I was speaking at my church. You can do an energetic healing on yourself, but it still does not. When you've got a situation where the physical is combined with the astral, as in your case, you got to deal with the physical first, because the astral us chose to be here. So, and believe it or not, we do choose what we go through. So hopefully that helps you some, Melody. Okay, Charmy, you are up next. Oh, thank you, Melody. And please I know some hospital chaplains that actually sit there all day with nothing to do. So if you go and see a hospital chaplain, you might actually be giving them something to do that they need to do. So Charmy, it is you. You can ask a specific question if you like, Charmy. I do feel as though there's a rebound situation, like we are in Mercury retrograde, but okay. I would keep it public. Seriously, if an ex wants to reconcile with you, they shouldn't have a problem with it either. Keep it public. I feel as if your ex is an ex because of an altercation. I feel harsh words were exchanged. Just a yes or a no. Just so I know which side of my head to listen to. Seriously, a reconciliation, no harsh words. A reconciliation with a partner should be a celebrated moment, not a moment to become silent. Okay. I feel as if you're considering this reconciliation because you felt alone. And yes, there's a difference between alone and lonely. You've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, but it's squished in between some yuck. Okay. Making your social media private. No. Whatever's going on in your head that you post on social media, they should know anyway. If they're your significant other, they should know it anyway. So that's my answer in quick snap to whether you should make your Instagram private or not. I feel as if your goal is marriage. No, don't give me the backstory, because I'm picking up that your goal is marriage. Look, this world is just, the way it is now is just stone cold crazy. I was with somebody for 10 years. Their ex messaged me after I broke up with them. So they were the ex of 10 years ago, and they're messaging me, and it's like, no, I don't know where they are. It's like, we are in a crazy world. I feel that they said no to that. They haven't changed their mind. And I don't think you have either. Yeah. And I feel as if there was some point where they made an accusation towards you and you're still thinking about it. That's okay, Janine, you still there? Charmy, you're still thinking about it. The accusation they made towards you. It's almost as if they said there was something wrong with you and you're still thinking about it. See, I'm a straight talking Aussie Scorpio. I sometimes use the harshest word possible in the English language, and believe me, there's lots of them. But it's almost like they put responsibility back on you. Or said there was something wrong with you. That's what I mean by accusation. They put it back on you. And in all seriousness, a healthy connection, you would have access to each other's... If you look at it from a logical point of view, Charmy, in a healthy relationship, wouldn't you have access to each other's social media anyway? It's possible. But in a healthy relationship, you would have access to each other's socials. That's what a healthy relationship is. It's like you get to a point where you don't actually need the access, but you have it anyway. Well, Charmy, it is your decision. In the end, everything is your decision. Tarot is only really a temperature check. But I feel neither of you have changed your mind. Yeah, to me that's scrolling. Think of it as sitting on the toilet reading. You know, some people... I don't know, because I lock my phone in a cupboard sometimes so I don't have to listen to it. But there's some people that take the phone into the toilet with them and scroll. And that is now known as bathroom reading. Go figure. The world's just gone crazy as far as I'm concerned. Oh, I did it again. I made the screen change colour. There we go. Change colour again. There we go. Sorry, I'm just getting excited over how I can make the screen change colour. But secrecy is never a good thing when relationships are concerned. So keep it public. Address what went wrong. There you go. Fat catcher. Sorry, I have closed the queue. I'm in a bit of pain at the moment, so I've had to close the queue a bit early. But stick around, give your thoughts on what's going on. And we'll see where we head to. But Charmy, hopefully that reading made sense to you. Janine. Yeah. Then I would keep it public. And there's no secrets. Yes, seriously, we cut the... I actually have to move on to Janine's Charmy. I'd love to spend more time with you. But we cut the umbilical cord at birth. So I get what you mean. But at some point, he's got to think about his future life. Mummy's not always going to be there. Now, Janine, can you understand hurting your leg? Just a yes, no, Janine. I need to know I've shifted energy. Thank you, Charmy. I've had a pretty full queue all day. Happened a month ago. Okay. Left. If it happened a month ago, left leg. There you go. I know I've got your energy now, Janine. That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know, Janine. It's been weird energy. Yeah, the whole stream today's been weird energy. So I had to make sure I had yours. So here we go. I feel as if you're planning to travel or planning a staycation, you know, a couple of days away. It's like it was planned before, but it got put on hold. Just let me know if that resonates.